Hi guys, this is Zavi Wildman Hall. In today's episode, I want to talk about things I wish I'd learned earlier in life that I've learned when I'm older. And I'm glad I learned them better late than never. Um, but I'm going to kind of tack on to the last video I did. And I think the number one thing that I wish I'd learned before or that had been drilled home was that there's a difference between pain and discomfort, and that the fastest path towards my goal and success is embracing the discomfort, being aware of pain, avoiding pain. Pain is something that you should avoid and listen to. Discomfort is something to be ignored at all costs. So, yeah, a lot of my success in life is come from being disciplined, and the discipline is a habit. It's a really a muscle memory. Discipline is something you build up, and you build up by little by little, the same way that you build up from running a mile to 5 miles to a half marathon to a full marathon. You do it little by little, week in, week out. And to quote Jocko Willink, right? It's not a battle, it's a campaign, right? That's what life is. Um, so yeah, I grew up being told a lot of myths that I think I was taught the wrong thing. I was taught that, oh, you don't have the talent for this. You shouldn't really spend your time. You'll never be good. Um, Talent is only a head start. Discipline and consistency can overtake talent in a short time. Whether that's a matter of years or even shorter, depending on how disciplined and consistent you are. Um, so yeah, you know, I think when I was younger, I expected stuff to just happen. I thought that success would just happen, that it was just something that just happened. It was like rolling the dice. It was just you had the luck or not, you had the traits or not, you had the qualities for success in whatever it is, or you didn't. And I like to use sports as an example because you can learn a lot of life lessons from sports. And sports as an example, I just thought you're either good at a sport or not. You either had talent for it or not, because that's kind of what I'd been told. That's what I'd heard from people older than me. And the it couldn't be further from the truth. The reality is, um, the turtle beats the hare. That just the tortoise beats the hare. Now, just the one that's in the gym more, that's training more. Um, Even someone who doesn't learn stuff as quickly or pick up as quickly, if they're in the gym 5 times as much as the person who's just naturally talented, they're going to overtake that person with talent. Um, Other stuff I wish earlier in life. Not so much I wish earlier in life, but there's a lot of things in my life that a lot of stuff in my life that I did that I just wish I did earlier. Careers that I started, education that I started, deciding to change my life. Um, like just personal pursuits, just deciding that there are certain parts of my personality that I wanted to improve upon. Like I know at one point in my life, I wanted to be more outgoing. I want to be more positive. I want to be more charismatic. And um, that's something that it took a lot of work, but I did it. And once I did it, I was just so much happier because I was attracting that into my life. I was attracting positivity. I was attracting positive people, positive emotions from people. People were happy to see me. That made me feel good about myself, that people wanted me around, that they valued my presence. Um, you know, yeah, I think just I don't know. My parents' generation was the baby boomers generation, which is basically hippies. That's what I think of. Even if they weren't hippies, they're hippies. So they came after the generation of the Great Depression and World War II, right? Um, like, like a generation that had grown up during really harsh times, and forged these people of moral fortitude and character, right? And then all of a sudden you had these hippies and stuff that are just like, oh, you got to enjoy life, or like all this stuff. And then fast forward to my generation. I felt once again I was fed a lot of these I don't want to call them lies, but they're just fallacies. And like for example, I know when I went to college, what I was told by my parents was, yeah, just get a degree in anything. It doesn't matter. Just have the college degree, And I think that's something that was true for their generation. But that's the thing, and that's something I'm going to try to remember when I have kids, is that the world that they're growing up in is not the same world I grew up in. The path to success when I was, coming up in the world is not the same path to success for them. In fact, if they try to copy exactly what I did, that they're almost guaranteed to fail because it's not the same world. They're not living in the same world that I did. The rules are constantly changing. The environment's constantly changing. Um, yeah, you know what? One of the life lessons I've learned, just through experience, is just life is tough. Embrace the pain. That's why I have Mr. Sisyphus up in the background, is because um if you want to achieve your goals, if you want success in life, be prepared for tomorrow to be hard. Be prepared that the only easy day would be yesterday, because um it never ends. The fight never ends, the struggle never ends. There's always something in life trying to hold you back. For every uh reason that you have to succeed, there's 50 excuses that are valid that you could use why you shouldn't succeed, why you should just give up, why you should not go after your goal. And I think that's why so many people are today are just kind of dead inside. They don't even realize they're dead. What I mean by dead is that they're not really alive. They're not waking up each day excited to see what's possible. They're not waking up each day with a fight in them that there's something that they want that's achievable. And um, I think you have to be honest with yourself and be like, what is it that you truly want out of life? What is the biggest goal, dream, whatever you have? Like what do you truly deep down? What is that goal? What is that vision? What does that look like? What does that feel like? And then have the courage to go after that goal, knowing that there's a good chance you might fail and never achieve it, that you might fall short, that you might be chasing a dragon, but also know that if you shoot for the stars, you might land on the moon, right? If you shoot for that star that's 100 million light years away, you might get to the moon, which is however 100,000, 200 or 300,000 miles from Earth, right? And you are still achieving something incredibly amazing and worth doing and memorable, and that has value, right? Shoot for the stars, land on the moon. Um, but yeah, just be honest with yourself. What is it that you really, really want in life? And then start writing down a journal, start planning, start brainstorming, go for long walks, just start thinking, how am I going to get there? What are the practical steps I can do this week, today, this evening, tomorrow morning? And it doesn't matter how small the steps are, just something that gets you a little bit closer, something you can work on to get you a little bit closer to that goal instead of further away from that goal. And if you're able to do that and be honest with yourself and start working towards that goal, and by the way, I would warn you, do not share that goal or dream with anyone. Protect that dream, because so many people who haven't achieved their dreams, they haven't achieved what they want in life, they're going to try and pull you down. Because the last thing someone who's is feeling angry or bitter, someone who's had failed marriages or relationships or love, or failed in their career, or just didn't go after their dream because they were too afraid to. The last thing they want is to see someone else achieve what they failed to do. And they might come across as your friend, this and that. And they might even tell you some stuff that is true. They might give you some practical advice, protect your dream. Don't share it with other people. Keep it a secret. You share it with yourself. You share it with God, right? And, but you protect that dream. And if you do share it, you only share it with someone because they're going to help you get to that goal, right? They're going to help you achieve that dream. Um, you also just at all costs protect your dream, dream big, follow your heart, open your heart chakra, and yeah, just and if you don't know what it is that you want to do, just get out in the world, get out of whatever situation you are in, try something new. Please travel, go to a new country, go on a roller coaster, go skydiving if it's within you. Just do something that shocks you out of your routine. It gets you out of your rut. Um, approach a girl in public at a bar or something and get shot down. Just do it. Because life is short and you should never let someone else dictate how you should live your life, because only you have to die your death. You should live life how you want to, and live your life with conviction. Whatever it is that you hold near and dear to yourself, uh, you know, every man has to have his own code. Like every person, every adult, but I just say generally, every man has to have his own code. So, whatever it is, don't use other people's rules. Don't have society's rules, but be true to yourself, you know? And just be consistent, right? Whatever it is that you decide your code is, that's what you stick to. You never violate your own rules. Once again, these are not society's rules. These are not someone else's rules. These aren't even necessarily your parents' rules. These are, as an adult, what is your code? Yeah. If your code is, I'm never going to quit, right? Just, that has to be your code, right? Like, if your code is, you don't want to lie, right? Just whatever it is, in a job interview or in interpersonal relationships, that don't suddenly one day decide to change that. Just you got to stick to your code. You got to walk your walk. You got to talk your talk. You got to do what it is that you believe, right? If you borrowed money from someone, you got to pay them back, right? Like just stuff like that. And yeah, you just figure out what it is in life that's your path, right? What is your mission in life? What is your mission in life? And then go after it. And likewise, don't ever prevent someone else from achieving what their life goal is. That's you getting good karma in life when you work towards your goal that you were given when you were born, and you achieve bad karma when you interfere with someone else achieving their own what they're born to do. So guys, I hope you go out there and I hope you achieve your dreams. Let nothing stop you. Kill or be killed. Go out for blood. Go after and get what you're going after. It's yours. No one's going to give it to you. You're going to have to take it. Anyway, guys, as always, it's been a pleasure talking to you. I'm Zavi Wildman Hall, and until next week, you guys go get after it.